I worked in a very dynamic tech startup, and we were recruiting from all over the world. So we had people from Russia, from Asia, from Africa, from South America, every country you could imagine. It was very interesting because we just got straight to work. There wasn't much of development, there wasn't much of communication training, let alone intercultural awareness or cultural intelligence. We just naturally assumed that people would get along because they work for the same organization. There was one moment where a QA engineer, she's Indian, and she was quite new to the organization, very ambitious, came to me and she said, I just had a conversation with another QA engineer, and if this doesn't get fixed, I'm gonna quit. So I looked at her and I asked, what happened? Because I knew that she was generally quite happy, she laughed a lot, she loved her job. We went into a meeting room, she started to say, we had a team meeting earlier today. We were just discussing how we're doing with regards to our weekly goals and if anybody in the team needs help. And then my Russian colleague, he made a statement that completely shocked me because it was racist for one, and it was completely against women. And I don't know what his goal was, but I just got up and left the room. I was just speechless for a moment because I knew who she was talking about. And that person is a very kind guy. He is making a lot of efforts to help the team and he really wants everyone to progress. So what she was just telling me didn't make much sense to me. So I said, okay, all right, thank you for telling me. If you allow me, I will reach out to him and I will have a conversation with him. I walked over to him and I asked him, can you please tell me what happened? And he told me, I have no idea. I just made a brilliant joke, half of the room was laughing and she suddenly got up and left the room. And that was his perspective. We met, the three of us, and he clarified that he just made a joke that was, first of all, not targeted at her, not targeted at anyone, but he found it very funny because it was a Russian joke and that's why half of the room laughed. When she understood that it was meant as a joke, but also that it was not targeted at her in particular, he elaborated on Russian humor and different ways of how to make people laugh, even if it doesn't seem like a joke to many others. And that slowly made her understand. And that made me understand how extremely important it is to really open people's minds for the differences in communication, not just between generations, but between cultures. Because a simple moment like that, where somebody just cracks a joke and actually means well, can destroy relationships instantly. So that's, I would say, an example for conflict management between different cultures.